If you're trying to raise your vitamin D with capsules that look like this, I disagree. There's a better way. Vitamin D is one of the most important hormones in your body, but even taking 10,000 international units a day often does absolutely nothing for my patients. Furthermore, many brands fill these soft gels with soybean or safflower oil, this ultra-processed seed oils that I do not want in my body. So what's the correct way to get your vitamin D to that optimal level? It starts with understanding why these pills fail. Vitamin D is fat-soluble. It's why you hear warnings about people taking too much. Unlike the other vitamins like vitamin C or B, you can't pee out the excess if you overdose in a day. Chronic overdosing on vitamin D can result in this extra deposits into the fattiest parts of our body, like your brain, sex organs, and neurons. This wreaks havoc inside those organs as their function will oscillate much faster than it should. Large amounts of vitamin D also shift how we manage the calcium in our gut, bones, and kidney, resulting in high calcium in the blood, which can be dangerous. On the flip side, even taking large amounts can result in no change to that metric that matters the most, your blood test. Here's a common story from my clinic. A patient presents 3 months after taking 10,000 international units of vitamin D every day. I test his blood for vitamin D and it's still in the 20s when I want it to be in the 50s. So what's happening? Well, sabotage can happen in 3 places. First, if your gut is not healthy enough to absorb fat into your body, you're not going to see your vitamin D. Number 2, if your kidney function is too damaged that it can't activate the vitamin D that is circulating in your blood, then you've got a problem. And number 3, which is the most common, those that are living with high insulin, which quickly shoves that fatty morsel of vitamin D into the fat cells, not allowing the body to utilize it. It's unable to circulate into the places we want it, like your brain and your heart, and this is the most common finding I see in my insulin-resistant patients. So, what's the solution? Bypass the gut and get the vitamin D from UVB. UVB radiation is needed to convert a cholesterol molecule naturally found in your skin to the active form of vitamin D. To get that type of light on your skin, we have 3 ways you can do it. First, call your local tanning salon. Yes, and ask them, what kind of bulbs do you put in your tanning beds? You're looking for the beds that have mostly UVB light. Sunlight is made up of about 95% UVA light and only 5% UVB light. That UVA light tans your skin but does not produce vitamin D. The more UVB, the higher the vitamin D. After mega doses of vitamin D didn't work for my dad, who was suffering from kidney failure, I got him into a tanning bed and his blood test rapidly improved. In my patients, I check vitamin D first. It's that important. This at-home test allows you to look at it without visiting me. It's a mail-in test, and you can check out the show notes if you want to check yours. You can also buy FDA-approved vitamin D lamps on the internet, and it's more expensive up front, but it gives you 80% UVB light and the convenience that you can supplement this from your home all year long. The last option for getting UVB light is totally free. Get it from the sun. But this solution has more nuance than those lamps. First of all, the darker your skin, the longer you have to stay in the sun. And not everyone lives in a climate where they can consistently get 15 to 30 minutes in the sun. So how should you supplement if getting more UVB isn't an option? There are 3 factors that are essential to make sure that you're absorbing the vitamin D that you're swallowing. The first is magnesium. Magnesium is required to activate and metabolize vitamin D. It's also required to deactivate vitamin D when the levels get too high. Because of this, taking large doses of vitamin D actually depletes your magnesium, potentially leading you to a deficiency. The magnesium brands that I recommend are SlowMag and Magteen because both are highly absorbable forms of magnesium and they don't rumble your stomach. SlowMag is better at getting magnesium into your body, and the Magteen is the best one to get magnesium into your brain. Next, there's the vitamin K2. There is evidence that vitamin K2 synergizes with vitamin D by enhancing bone building and even potentially reducing that arterial calcification. But we are still waiting for definitive human studies on that. The real reason I add K2 to the D3 is because it's another fat-soluble vitamin that's almost impossible to get enough of from your diet. The last one is black pepper extract, known as bioprine. Bioprine enhances that absorbability of nutrients in your gut. And one study found that it increased the bioavailability of curcumin, another fat-soluble nutrient, by 2,000%. On top of these 3 supplements, Taking vitamin D with a high-fat, low-carb meal can improve the way it's bioavailable to you. That means your body wraps fat around it, allowing you to absorb it consistently, which is the key. Along with vitamin D, there are 2 other supplements that are really important for decreasing your heart disease and decreasing dementia. Check out this next video to figure out the best way to take it.